This is the final presentation for our E102 group. Who are we and why solar? Our team members included Jaden Leonard, who's majoring in mechanical and aerospace engineering, Ty Rosier, who is majoring in environmental engineering, Eli Tillinghast, who's majoring in civil engineering, I'm majoring in paper science engineering and chemical engineering, and Jacob Brombaugh, who's majoring in mechanical and aerospace engineering. Our group chose to pursue the grand challenge of making solar energy more affordable and accessible because society continues to negatively impact the environment and the planet by taking advantage of non-renewable energy sources. By making solar energy more affordable and accessible, we will create a greener future for the world. Switching to solar energy will also reduce carbon emissions as well as preserve Earth's natural resources. Our group found that the people that would benefit the most from reducing the cost of solar technologies were those who were living in rural areas, as they had weakened connections or sometimes no connections to the grid, and people who were classified as low income, as they were unable to afford the installation and maintenance of solar panels. In particular, our group chose to focus on the residents of Boone, North Carolina. We chose Boone to focus on due to it being close to NTSU, it being a rural area, and 52.1% of Boone's residents being classified as low income. Nanocellulose is a cellulose-derived material that has high durability and low permeability. It exists primarily in three forms: crystalline, hydrogel, and bacterial. The low permeability of nanocellulose allows it to almost completely block out UV rays, which extends the life cycle of solar panels. Nanocellulose also serves as a cheap alternative to resources like silicon, which are used in solar panels today due to it being an available biomass. Aside from improving the efficiency of solar technology, the creation of nanocellulose and the implementation of nanocellulose within solar technology would foster development within rural areas due to the existing abundance of paper mills. Our current timeline would show that nanocellulose is still in its developmental and research phase, where scientists and researchers are still trying to understand the chemical complexities and properties that nanocellulose has. But from 2030 to 2035, we hope to see the commercial implementation of nanocellulose within solar technologies. Nanocellulose connects to the grand challenges, and nanocellulose-based solar solutions reduce the material cost of solar panels by switching from silicon and rare metals to readily available biomass. The widespread availability of the biomass required for the creation of nanocellulose makes nanocellulose much cheaper than current technologies. As mentioned earlier, switching to nanocellulose-based materials within solar panels not only makes the production of solar panels cheaper, but also creates new job opportunities through paper mills and nanocellulose production within rural areas, which will increase economic growth in these areas. As it currently stands, there have been no practical implementations of nanocellulose into solar technologies. Current research is still focused on analyzing and documenting mechanical and physical properties of bacterial nanocellulose, crystalline nanocellulose, and conductive nanocellulose shells. Researchers are currently experimenting with the crystallinity of nanocellulose to combat its issues with solubility. Part of the reason why uh, nanocellulose is yet to be implemented is it has a very complex and time-consuming chemical process to create nanocellulose, and each form has its own issues. Transparent wood, although amazing at refracting light, has poor resistance to heat. Bacterium crystalline cellulose have higher permeability, but are inherently hydrophilic, which isn't ideal for solar panels. And although nanocellulose hydrogels have a high resistance to freezing, they tend to be very sensitive to moisture and will lose their stability when exposed to water. The most promising nanocellulose adaptation is transparent wood. Transparent wood has optical transparency and a porous nanocellulose structure. Researchers have noticed that as well as having the tensile strength of wood, transparent wood can transmit 85% more light while maintaining a 70% haze. This makes transparent wood perfect for use within solar panel technology due to its high efficiency at diffusing light. This is our poster, and it just highlights a lot of the key facts. One of the main things I want to focus on is that we have 20 million in funding for research within nanocellulose from the US government, and there's global public funding for nanocellulose research from ARENA, which is in Australia, and the US Forest Service. Here are our works cited, and thank you for listening.